Hello and good evening. My name's John. We're playing Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. It's part of my Steam cleaning series. I go through every game in my Steam library eventually, then arbitrarily rate and or review them until we go to playtime. Now, I have been playing a lot of these Sherlock Holmes games recently, and so I have some idea what these games are. They're all made by Frogsware or something like that. I don't know if it's plural frog or plural wares, but whatever. They are adventure / puzzle games. So why don't we jump in and see what this one has to offer? A lot of reused sets. Now, I understand that Sherlock Holmes is an anthology.
In the name of my health and yours, Holmes, stop smoking so much.
First person smoking.
In our apartment than in the street.
You are right, Watson, but this evening is never ending, and I have nothing to do but make smoke rings. A more amusing pastime would suit better, but my doctor is against it.
Perhaps a little tune on the violin.
My heart is not in it tonight, Watson. Have you noticed how this cigarette burns? Would you not say it is like a life being consumed? How many lives will end tonight in London? How many crimes will be committed within the life of a single cigarette? Ah, the vanity of existence. It is but complaints and smoke, the meagre panache of its sickly soul.
The tobacco is giving you very somber thoughts. I am certain that this inactivity will not last. Let's retire. You'll be in better humor tomorrow.
Reason speaks. Let's to bed.
Oh, are they going to bed? I knew there was a couple, but... Oh. Bucks... Oh, okay. That was the load screen. Oh, no. Frog... Oh, that's a bad font. Frogwares presents a new adventure of Sherlock Holmes. New is relative. Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. So it's definitely a different setting because the city looks all run down compared to the other games I've played. To watch that draw distance come in. Whitechapel, London. That is a really bad font. 31st of August, 1888, 3:20 a.m. This is bumping for 3:20 a.m. Are we gonna see first-person rippering? Oh, we're tilting. Nope, this can't be it. Jack the Ripper can't fly.
Come this way, my lovely. We'll have a right good time. Wait, let me help you.
Oh, okay. This is first person something else.
Oh, it's my hair that pleases you.
I thought he used a knife. Or maybe that comes later. There it is. That's a fine how do you do for an intro to a game. Baker Street, December 1st. Oh, that's like just recently.
The news is as dark as the sky, Holmes. An inquest has been opened into the murder of a poor woman in the East End. The unfortunate girl was discovered last night.
That means
lying in the
champagne for
street,
breakfast?
Still warm. The murderer was filled with an incredible savagery. Oh, the article gave me shivers down my spine. The inspectors in charge of the case don't seem to have even the slightest lead. A similar murder took place less than a month ago.
Ah, love. A romantic walk, a kiss in the moonlight, a polite refusal, a terrible anger, and a hanging.
This area of Whitechapel is a disgrace to London. The government should take serious note of what is going on there.
Whitechapel? This woman was found in Whitechapel?
Yes, indeed. Bucks Row, to be specific.
Then it was not a question of romance, but of commerce. Unless these women actually take pleasure in the vice, the female nature is completely...
Holmes, Do you hear yourself? A woman is dead under unspeakable circumstances. No less than any other, she was a human and one of Her Majesty's subjects. None of these streetwalkers of which you speak have any other way to survive but by selling their bodies. You know as well as I that our era is not a gentle one, and these women don't have much to look forward to. Some grace, if you would. Do not refuse them your compassion.
Do not say another word, my dear Watson. We shall leave immediately for Whitechapel.
To the scene of the crime?
No, I think it would be better to arrive there a bit later once night has fallen. At the moment, the spot will be overrun by police officers and spectators. It will be impossible to investigate properly.
Then where are we going, Holmes?
The best thing to do would be to head to the police station and attempt to get a copy of the preliminary reports.
But the article in that Star seemed quite complete to me.
You must know, Watson, that journalists often draw conclusions from the facts without a proper understanding of how to do this delicate task. We must obtain the reports from the inspector in charge, as well as those from the coroner.
Very well, Holmes, but all the same.
It seems to me that I have a map of London somewhere, Watson.
Oh my
Can you
God.
find it and locate Whitechapel.
Tutorial
while I get
puzzle.
ready?
You are too kind, Holmes. Searching through your mess?
Why do you need a map? You live here. So I'm really curious to these style of games
Holmes's experiment table.
because clearly, if you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes, you know a lot of these mysteries because you've read the stories.
Well, Holmes has received some French champagne with a card, a gift from a young admirer, signed Raoul d'Andrecy. Who on earth could that be?
So
A map of London.
I was actually a
At
map this time. Last time was a
Let's
book.
see. The district of Whitechapel. I found the map, Holmes, and I was able to locate the Whitechapel police station.
Congratulations, Watson. Come, the game is afoot. You can read the article to me on the way. We have arrived, Watson, in Whitechapel.
Not very bright.
Why is there a baby carrier
What
there?
cold. Brr, a typical London morning.
Come, Watson, let's find this police station.
That's right. All right, I found it. I found it.
Well, this station isn't very well kept, I say.
It's a local outpost, Watson. The daily tasks that confront these constables are not the easiest, and they are poorly paid.
Gentlemen, welcome.
Hello, I would like to speak with the Chief Inspector, if you please.
Constable Humphreys here. I am the only one in at the moment. What do you want with the chief?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am...
Sherlock Holmes? The detective that I
Ooh,
read
you've heard
about
of
in
me.
papers? Well, that's a treat, that is. You come about the Buck Road case, have you?
Indeed, we...
Not at all. We were just passing by chance. You say that there was a crime recently.
You don't know? You must be the only folk in London who haven't heard.
It won't be long until you find the culprit, no doubt.
Nothing is less certain. Suspects 0. Clues 0. It's not good for us, especially not in this district.
Oh, okay. Give me the choice to ask about the reports.
Listen, this isn't what I came here for, but if I can be of service, in a confidential capacity, of course, if you can entrust me with a copy of the preliminary reports, I could study them and return
Why
later with my
lie?
conclusions.
Why lie?
It's just that these are official documents. I can't take a decision like that without the inspectors.
The sooner we know the facts in the file, the sooner we can be of help, my friend.
So, if you are Sherlock Holmes, you can find anything, isn't that true? With your magnifying glass, footprints?
My performance is often embellished by my biographer.
Ah, good. Good. I will give you the reports, but could you do
Ooh,
me
fetch
a small
quest.
favour first? During my rounds, I dropped a leather folder containing some papers. Nothing of importance, but it's a big mistake. I would go looking for it myself, but I am stuck here on duty. I must have lost it near the seedy boarding house not far from here. Left when you leave the courtyard and left again in the lane. Perhaps you could go, ask around.
Oh, okay.
We shall see what we can do.
I'm glad I was given all those choices.
Are we going to go look for these documents?
Why not? It'll give us an occasion to take a tour of the district, Watson.
Left. Hey, I recognize you. Like, they only have a... Whoa. Are you a kid or really... If you're... You may be a... Whoa. Hey. Why are people just walking into me? Ah.
I have nothing to ask.
I have lots to ask. Loose nails. Lots of rubbish.
Good day, sir. You wouldn't happen to have seen a leather folder on the ground around here, would you?
Good day, gentlemen. Finley, caretaker of this building. Here to serve. And yes, less than an hour ago. But some of the local urchins picked it up and God only knows where it might be now.
That's unfortunate. This police bag contained documents that the local police will miss.
Your inspectors?
Not at all. I am Dr. Watson, and this is Sherlock Holmes, the detective.
Sherlock Holmes?
The vigilante.
Great detective. You must be here about last night's murder. Have you discovered the identity of the poor woman?
Indeed, I'd only to read the papers.
Mine is dated from this morning, and it does not say who it is.
Okay.
I'm not really engaged in this case, but if I can help the police, I will do so willingly.
Oh, to be sure. I've been told that Inspector Aberline is in charge. A very capable man.
Okay.
So, according to you, I have no chance of finding this folder then?
Indeed. But I, on the other hand, should be able to find it.
Oh my god, it is a
In
fetch quest.
exchange, a vagrant comes almost every night to sleep in one of the nooks not far from my windows. He coughs, howls, sometimes even sings. He's quite hefty and I don't dare approach him. I've lost 3 tenants because of him. If it's you who speaks to the police, they will take this matter more seriously. Tell them about the captain. They'll know who you're talking about. In the meantime, I'll find your police bag.
Let's go
Okay.
to the police station.
That is a wild reflection. Okay, well. You don't want to come up here, Watson? Come on, Watson, run!
So, gentlemen, have you found my police bag?
Not quite yet. Do you know a vagrant who goes by the name of the Captain?
Captain? Yes, an old sailor, strong as a Turk and tattooed from head to toe. The drink has turned him into a derelict.
He appears to be causing some problems for the caretaker of the building at the end of the street.
What do you want us to do? Every night, stairwells, halls and porches become public dormitories, and people don't only come to sleep. I believe this man has a niece who puts him up sometimes. Her lodgings are in Commercial Street, right after the alley with the boarding house. You won't forget my folder, will you?
Oh my god.
Do you believe this woman will agree to have her uncle stay with her?
No idea. Oh well, let's go see her just the same.
What about Jack the Ripper? Like, you know, the crime guy? The one who's doing the murders? Could we... Commercial Street.
There. This is where the niece of the captain must live.
How do you know?
Good day, miss. Would you happen to be the niece of the man known as the Captain?
Oh, yes, that would be me. What has he done this time? He isn't... Oh my God, I'm on my way.
What?
Miss, we have come to ask if you could have your uncle come live with you. He sleeps under the windows of its boarding house, causes the caretaker no end.
I love watching that boy in the
problems.
background just wander around.
I've lodged him for a while, and he was the same here. My landlord made me kick him out. I'm ashamed, you know. I never should have, given the state of his health. He coughs day and night.
Okay.
There might be a way to calm his cough. I am a doctor. I could examine him.
He went to see a doctor at the clinic, but the medicine costs too much. I can hardly pay my rent.
We will see to it. Where might your uncle be found?
I don't know. He must be in the vicinity, but I don't know exactly where.
Okay.
We will find him.
What about Jack the
Holmes,
Ripper
this is
again?
Serious. Find an alcoholic in Whitechapel. A needle in a haystack would be easier.
Come, dear doctor, let's trust to our lucky star. Moreover, we also have our informers, remember?
Are you referring to those brats to whom you are always giving charity?
Exactly, my secret police. Some of them must surely roam in this area. It suffices to find them.
Oh, there's one on Batty Street. Right there. Took a while.
Hello, young man. How are you?
I recognize him. It's the lad who sells newspapers, who is always calling outside our windows at Baker Street early in the morning.
Hello, Mr. Holmes. It's a treat to see you again. What can I do?
Would you happen to know an old sailor who goes by the name of the Captain? A poor man who hits the bottle a bit hard.
Of course, Mr. Holmes. He's there at the end of the street. Round to the left he is. But be careful. He can be a tough customer, that one.
Very good, my young man. The doctor will give you a little something. Watson?
Huh? I say, Holmes?
Is he always such a skinflint with you, Mr. Holmes? Well, thanks to you, Mr. Holmes. Anytime you need me.
Batty Street.
Not you?
I can hear someone coughing more than is natural, Holmes.
Yes, Watson. The poor man cannot be too far away.
Right, he's literally right there. He's dead.
If, in order to listen to us, this man imposes as condition that we find his pet cockroach, there will be another murder in Whitechapel today, Watson. Yours.
Ah. He is in a critical state, Holmes. He has barely a month left.
Is there a way, dear doctor, to ensure that this last month passes in silence?
Really, Holmes, sometimes you... Oh, really? I will make note of some medicine to get immediately that will relieve his pain.
Very well. I will locate an apothecary or a clinic.
All right. Okay. What's our questing? Oh, hold on.
This building is a clinic.
No one in the clinic. It's creepy here. Just you. Jack the Ripper.
Good day, sir. Dr. Gibbons. You aren't from around these parts.
Indeed, Doctor. It is for someone from your neighborhood that I am here, though. His doctor asked that I acquire some medicine on his behalf. I have the note here.
Dr. Watson? Not from round here neither. This medication is quite dear. Certain documents are necessary to obtain them for free.
I don't have it. You'll have to accept my spare change. Will it be enough?
Enough to relieve your patient for a month. Would you like me to make this prescription available after that time?
According to Dr. Watson, that won't be necessary.
The possibility of a recovery?
A definitive one, yes.
There, sir.
Thank you. It's rather quiet here.
An unusual chain of events. The majority of the people hereabouts went out last night to see the great fire at the warehouse. The patients that I was minding and my staff were no exception. The former were dramatically healed, and the latter ended up sick. And with the murder last night, most of the people who weren't working wandered over to the scene of the crime. Their little aches and pains will wait until tonight or tomorrow.
A squalid murder, it would seem.
Just like what this area has become.
Bye.
My thanks, Doctor.
Not at all.
So, if you've got no patience, what are you doing with the medicine? That's also not how you do that. What are you doing? Oh, you just did that. What do you... Doctor. Doctor, are you okay? Are you... Oh my goodness, he's not well.
Find the medicine, Holmes. We must
Oh,
make
right,
haste.
I have to put it in my ready slot.
Here is the medication, Watson. Is our man movable?
He should be able to stand in a few minutes and will no longer be suffering from his cough before long.
Consider the affair resolved. Accompany him to his niece's while I return to the boarding house, and then join me at the police station. Let's return to the boarding house.
Plural.
I have good news for you, Mr. Finley. We have sent a captain to stay with a relative, and he shouldn't bother you for a while.
I also have some good news. I have your police bag.
Thank you. I bid you good day.
Oh, it was nothing. Tell me, one of my wife's friends lost...
Another day, Finley. Another day. Let's go to the police station.
All right, we're closing in on 25 minutes, and we finally finished the fetch quest to start the game. The one about Jack the Ripper, the main antagonist. So I have to bring up this, go to items, grab the bag, close that out.
Are you sure it's the police bag that you lost?
Yes, but someone attempted to force it open. They didn't succeed, but now the lock is stuck. Perhaps you could...
Let's see.
What? 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 What's the combination? What? What? One, 3, 5.
All done.
a big thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Okay.
Think nothing of it, my friend. So, the reports.
Why don't you wait till the inspectors get back? You would certainly learn more.
If I wanted to meet the inspectors, I would have done so. So, give me the preliminary reports, and above all, do not mention my visit to anyone. Is that clear?
Sure, if that's what you want. Here are the reports.
Thank you.
We did it. Photo's been cut. Cuts. Oh, hello, groin.
Have you obtained the preliminary reports?
Yes, we'll read them on the go. Let's to the scene of the crime at Bucks Row, Watson.
Now I will manually go there.
But what are all these people doing here, Holmes?
Apparently, they came to see the scene of the crime.
What about us? Aren't we going to see it?
We will return this evening, Watson. The circumstances should be ideal for carrying out our little experiments. Well, Watson, we are at the scene of the Polly Nichols murder. Imagine the victim lying at the spot where she was found and try to discern all of the clues we can. Watson, you are a writer. I am therefore entrusting you with our deduction board. It will help us to establish certain
Ooh,
facts.
deduction board.
Understood, Holmes.
The body was lying on its back, legs straightened slightly apart. The skirt had been lifted up to the middle of the body. The left hand was touching the barn door.
What?
The body was still warm. Let's
What?
reread the preliminary report for the details on the wounds inflicted upon this poor woman. The body was still warm.
What? Look. What spaces? What?
Let's look at this poor
Ugh.
woman more closely.
Oh, magnifying glass.
There is a bruise at the level of the right maxilla. There is a bruise on the left cheek. The tongue is swollen. The throat was slit from left to right. There are two. The throat was slit from left. A small pool of blood, 6 inches in diameter. A small pool of blood. The tongue is swollen.
Okay.
There is
Glad
a black
it's-
bonnet near the left hand. No signs of blood. No marks on the ground. The ground is muddy. Let's look at this poor woman more closely.
What are we doing, Holmes? This spot is deserted, Holmes. The prostitutes only come here to exercise.
There is only one streetlight lit on this street, Watson, and this spot is particularly poorly lit. Well, Watson, we have found all
Hey,
the
we got all
possible
of 'em.
clues, I think. We will now attempt to recreate the scene of the murder. Come closer, Watson. I have to make you up.
You are joking, Holmes? I feel ridiculous, Holmes.
How do you do that?
Now, Watson, come and stand here in front of me. You shall play the role of the poor woman, and I shall play that of the murderer. Let's try to reconstruct the facts to ensure the final result corresponds indisputably to the way that Polly Nichols was killed.
Okay.
This position is unlikely.
No.
This position is unlikely. Yes, it's quite possible the events occurred like this.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Or just...
I hope that, as with the real murder, nobody had to witness all of that, Watson. If the murderer used his right hand astride his victim, there wasn't much room. No, I don't think that things went like that. No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that things went like that.
All right.
No, I don't think that things went... No, I don't think that things went like that. The murderer didn't attempt to stab his victim in the stomach.
What? Okay, we cut the stomach.
No, I don't think that things... No, I don't think that things... No, I don't think that things went like that. The murder...
I don't.
Sorry, Watson. No, the victim wasn't already lying down on the ground before dying. Sorry, Watson. No. Sorry, Watson. No, the victim wasn't already No, there is no reason the murderer... This position isn't very comfortable either.
Are we supposed to get them all wrong?
This position is unlike... Yes, it's quite possible the events occurred like this.
And yeah. If I grab.
No, had the victim had her throat slit while standing, there would not... No, I don't think that things went like that. The murderer didn't attempt to stab his victim in the stomach. No, I don't think that things went... I hope that, as with the real murder, nobody had to The murderer had enough room to inflict the wounds to the neck, and these wounds suggest the left hand was used.
Now, this is normal.
My dear Watson, now that we have found all of our clues, nothing remains but to subject them to our most likely hypotheses in order to deduce
The facts. Oh my goodness. What? No. All right. Uh. we do it? Those are red. Um, no.
What do you think, Holmes?
Oh, there's more stuff up here. Okay. They kind of just click in. All right. Victim wasn't afraid. Ready to exercise. What? Okay. Okay, so I have to get them to be green. Ah. No, not left-handed. Okay.
What shall we do, Holmes?
Don't know. There.
The victim
Okay.
was most probably dead before being laid down. Once the heart stopped, gravity drew him slowly, not in a heavy spurt that would have stained half the street.
Thank you, Holmes. I understand why you told me not to change clothes. Do you realize that our behavior didn't alarm anyone?
The victim's ordeal was even more discreet. By acting in silence, we have confirmed something. The crime definitely took place here. The victim and her murderer
We did
were
it.
able to come here without making any noise. Afterwards, the murder took place without the slightest cry being uttered. Come, Watson, let's go home. We have spent far too long in this sinister alley.
All right, that's been day one of Sherlock
And
Holmes
so, my dear
versus
Watson, the day and night which we passed in Whitechapel were enlightening.
Jack the
weren't they?
Ripper. I spent
An
half the
adventure that I
time
most certainly will never relate
chasing
to be in the
medicine
skin
for
of
a
that
sick dying
poor
man,
woman.
and the other half fiddling with
Prefer not to speak
documents.
of it further.
I just
Haven't
don't
really learned
think this
anything
game meets
about
the
the
requirements for what I'm looking for.
Obviously a man, given the necessary strength.
Cheers.
We have little to go on,